Why is the EDCA, or the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement between the US and the Philippines, unconstitutional? So in my last video, I talked about the EDCA, which is a military agreement signed between the Obama and Aquino administrations in 2014 that allows US military bases on Philippine soil. I talked about how it undermines national sovereignty and that it is unconstitutional. I recommend watching that video, but here's why it's unconstitutional. The 1987 Philippine Constitution, specifically Article 18, Section 25, states that foreign military bases, troops, and facilities shall not be established on Philippine soil unless through a treaty concurred by the Senate. The EDCA did not have Senate concurrence because the Aquino administration passed it as an executive agreement and not as a treaty, and this was seen as a clear and deliberate maneuver to circumvent the Philippine Constitution. Leftist organizations such as the Bagong Alyansang Makabayan and Kilosang Mayuuno, alongside lawmakers such as former Senator Rene Sagisag and the late Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago and other petitioners, filed a petition before the Supreme Court challenging its constitutionality. However, the Supreme Court ruled that it was constitutional on January 2016 and again in July 2016 under the Duterte administration. So we currently have 9 US military bases in the Philippines. An additional 4 was added under the Marcos Jr. administration in 2023. And these are just the declared sites because the EDCA allows the US military to use any road, freeport, seaport, airfield, and other civilian facilities anywhere in the country. And so there is US military presence in areas that are outside the ones agreed upon in the EDCA, such as the Subic Bay Freeport. And moreover, it is Filipino taxpayer money that is subsidizing this. For example, the Biden administration allocated 128 million US dollars for 36 new projects in these sites. And because the US claims that the Philippines will have all of it after they leave, they are allowed to charge the Philippines for some of the costs. If you notice throughout the video, I mentioned multiple precedents from both countries because it does not matter who the president is, who the figurehead is, if there are still policies and programs that allow US imperialism to become a mainstay in Philippine society. And now under the US Marcos regime, the implementation of the EDCA is only being expedited. And the longer the EDCA exists, the more our national sovereignty is being eroded. So I'm blind and I use a screen reader and I can't edit the captions on the video for some reason, but I recommend reading up more on this. Again, I ask you to be vigilant about where you get your sources because the imperialists, the ruling class, have an insidious hold over the information that we are able to access. Junk EDCA, US troops out now.